It's dinner at his house, bringing another great edition of Modern Warfare 2 on YouTube for you, because hey, that's what I do. I hope you enjoy that Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, that album is sick. I think that's the best album I heard since Outkast's double album they released about, I don't know how many years ago. That shit is rocking. Anyways, if you don't gotta go out and get it, it's silly. Anyways, I'm covering a Fuel on Team Deathmatch with the SMG UzI with the silencer and the drop shot locks. So yeah, Fuel and these new map packs. I mean, shit, this Fuel is an ingenious map. You know why? A lot of people bitch. And Fuel and Carnival, and I love all the maps. I love all the maps. They're all good to me. I find the good in all of them. And the reason I think Fuel is like a Fuel is a coming of age. It's kind of like you could see their map changing abilities from even the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 maps, because in these map packs you see the evolution from A, B, and C domination flags. Before, like, I'll give you an example. If you look at Bailout, you have A, B, and C. C is the worst map to be spawning on because you have to come uphill, and there's no way out of getting out of that situation. If you come up C, you can be seen. There's no way out of it. You'll get killed because you got the disadvantage, or they could look straight down on you and you could just get spawn trapped in the sea and there's no way out. In this map, in Fuel, it's the same thing but linear, horizontally wider by maybe like 3 or 4 more lanes. And what I mean by that is that if somebody were to come from B and they're looking down on A, or either A or C, what they do is they put walls up, or they put a moat up, so you really can't come down to the spawn area and trap them. And if you trap them, you have to be exposed either by coming over the wall or going over into a lower section where you have to expose yourself. Versus in Bailout, when they're coming up the hill, that you can automatically be seen. So by saying this, I mean, like, you could see the progression in their map builds, and this map, I think, is probably their finest evolution of that. You know, it takes care of a lot of things. For one, it's harder to spawn trap somebody. Two, the reason it's hard to spawn trap somebody is for that reason alone. You have to, like, right here in this area is a wide open spaced area, and you transfers over to C or A, you have to expose yourself into the spawn area, and this leaves you wide open for retaliation, and it stops you from being spawned. The second part is that it takes away the camper's ability to camp, because the map is so big that if you're camping and nobody comes by you, well, guess what? You're shit out of luck. You're not killing nobody. So it's great for that fact alone, because if you're camping, I can also come up and sneak on you, because there's like 50,000 ways to come to kill you in your little area. You know, you just can't set up little claymores like a faggot and hold down one area and be a faggot camper. You have to move in this map. You know, I mean, you don't have to. If you don't, you're not gonna get any kills, and you'll be fucking irrelevant anyway. So it's not gonna matter. But it's fun for somebody who can understand the rotation of spawns, and it's fun for somebody who runs and guns. I mean, that's an example of my gameplay, and I'm showing you here with the silenced UzI and the drop shot locks. And once you figure out, like, you got these 2 buildings right here, you got the left building and building 3 that I'm looking at right now, it's got the number on it. They spawn down on A or C, whichever it is that I'm looking in that direction. Now when they spawn down to that area, see right here, you have to come up this, you have to either come up here, or you're gonna have to go to the left. So you have to come up those areas in that spawn, but the spawn is so deep that you could come across and go underneath across the rocks, or you could come through the sewer on the bottom to up to building number 3, or you could come back around to the fuel plant, or you could come in this middle building and you know, post up your position, hold it down, and advance. And that's what I love about it. See right here, this middle part right here is a moat section. So if they spawn back in the power plant or in the rocks, you have to expose yourself to come out there, and if you expose yourself on this hill and see, you can get killed just like I killed that guy. Either way, it goes both ways, and it's the same side on the other side where you got the palm tree building in the middle of the lobby. You have to transverse that big wall, or you have to expose yourself when you come all the way around the rocks, and they can see you out in the open. So this is an evolutionary map for Modern Warfare 2, just in the progression of the game itself. So when you look at this map, you realize that this is a, whoever designed this map, kudos to you. I mean, this is a forthcoming of what you're going to see in the future of maps. You know, you can alleviate camping because you can't camp because nobody's going to come by you if you're staying in one spot, and you can't camp because there's so much space that there's so many ways you could come in there. You could get attacked. See right here, I come out on the rocks. I'm pretty much staying close, but yeah, you could have went down those rocks. So here now, this side, this has the moat. So now if I want to attack their spawn, I have to transverse that and take damage if I don't have commando. Now if I come down the stairs, now it leaves me open. So I'm out in the open, and all they have to do, if they're being pushed, they could set up shop and take anybody out that tries to press their spawn. So that's what's great about this map compared to Bailout and other maps that have the high, low on A, B, and C. You know, you might have a low linear area that's going up from a hill area from like C to B or from A to B. Either way, B is always the most important part in all of Modern Warfare Infinity Wars series designs. Right here, I figured out how you can get over this little pallets. You have to squat and then you have to jump up. But that's a little thing you can transfer. You come up in this building, the refinery building, and then you can look over to building 3. The buildings are right across, and then when you come right over this section, you can see right into their spawn. So you can look left or in the middle building or the power plant, and you can see right there, and then you can hear footsteps if they're coming up to the left side. Then if somebody's coming across the right side or in the middle, you just move over to the middle and blam, you're dead. And anybody's in building 3. So if I'm holding down this spot and somebody keeps spawning by the power plant down there on C or it's A, whatever, they could come all the way around. There's no way I get a shot on them. And then they have to come around the rocks, and they can come up through the sewer in building 3 and then surprise me by shooting across the off the way. Now here I was looking up to see anybody in the scaffolding. I thought I had heard footsteps, and I looked out this window and I heard somebody coming, and I was gonna drop shot, but I didn't know if they were gonna come up, so I wasn't really too sure, and that's why I got killed right there. But see, see what I'm saying? The guy came probably all the way around, came up through the sewer, and came up and got us. Here I got killed by the Harrier because, you know, I'm just lazy like that. I'm selfish when I get all the kills for myself, and well, yeah, it was the end of the game too, anyways. But yeah, so Fuel and Carnival and Trailer Park, these are all great maps. I love all of them. And the 2 old maps from Call of Duty 4, I can see why they don't want to put the old maps in there because they're boring. But anyways, your Fizz, peace. Check till next time. Out.